Hello, beautiful, beloved twin flames. I have been receiving some more downloads, and so I'm going to try and do my best to get that information out to you in a way that's easily understood. It's coming through pretty fast, so sometimes as it's been translated to me, it kind of turns into light language. So excuse me if I suddenly burst into light language in amongst that, and I just trust that that light language is just a transmission where it turns into actually healing, because the information is the light. So when we talk about love and light, the light is the information, because that is what brings us into the higher consciousness. I'm just going to say here, if anyone is not resonating with this information, just leave it. If you are resonating with it, I really appreciate that. I'm being told that there's groups of teams that are part of the twin flame phenomena that's here with us now, and certain twin flames are being really pushed and guided to step out and step up to broadcast these messages out to the community. I'm sure many of you are getting that push, so please there's never, can be too many messages. The more messages that resonate, just give confirmation to those that are on this path that we are on the same page, because a lot of us are receiving the same kind of information, and I've been listening to so many and really appreciating so much the wisdom that comes forth and resonates in my heart. So let everything come and pass through your heart, and just let that be your filter of what feels the truth to you. So and also to recognise that the teams that are in the forefront of standing out and sort of being out in the open and sharing our messages are going to go through different waves of times when they're going to need a break, and just to reintegrate and just to go quiet for a little while to go through their next upgrade and their next phase. So they're going to we're going to tag team. This isn't, structured in a way that's out on a schedule so that we're all clear who's doing what at different times. It's just going to happen in a natural flow. So there are certain teachers that are at the moment have been at the forefront taking a little break because they're having their upgrades and downloads, and they just need that quiet time for that. So it's kind of just like the cycles of the moon. Pretty much we're going to go around in cycles. So in saying that, I've been asked to step up into a perceived kind of gap where there's information that's needing to continue to flow through to twin flames. So this information is part of a theme around the polarities and the what we're actually doing here in terms of bridging the polarities, balancing and harmonizing, and in the way there are certain ways that we do that can be seen to us because we're still predominantly existing in the third dimension. It can come across as being linear, so it's a linear up to down effect, and it's also a horizontal effect. So there's a kind of a cross, and we're doing it all. We're kind of doing all of that on different levels. So one of the key messages I'm getting today is that we've really got to get out of all of these, a lot of the 3D templates that have been running around twin flames have kind of been interpreted in many ways as being like finding your soulmate and being in love and union and living happily ever after. That is a 3D conditioning template, and we've really got to totally move out of that. We are not here to be in a Hollywood romance movie. We are here to do service and very high-end spiritual work, so that our unions are not necessarily, for many at this point, about being it's not about being in a traditional couple or the union that we're trying to create, getting out of the idea that that's necessarily a physical union that translates to a 3D couple romance. That's just totally what we're trying to move away from. We're trying to harmonize ourselves. So the way in which we're balancing that out is that our mission is to begin our connection and our union on the spiritual levels first. So that is why a lot of the So in order to do that, a lot of the 3D templates and conditioning has to be broken down. And I know this has been explained to us, but I'm just being told to reiterate that message and to really, really, really make that clear that we've got to get out of that old thing about Cinderella and Prince Charming living happily ever after. This is not what the twin flame experience is. We are working in service. We are working under the divine design, and our first reporting to who we are responsible to is the divine and the source. That is our first and only real commitment, and that is the commitment we make. That is the union we first connect into. So, and that connects back into ourselves. So I'm just seeing that kind of as the eternity symbol that we've seen be created between our twin and ourselves. Actually, first needs to be created with Source and with the divine. So, just working on your own unique connection with Source, with the divine, and what that means to you. And then we're going to come down into that triangle where your twin has also created that unique divine relationship with their own eternity symbol, connecting their own divine relationship to Source. And then we're going to come across to each other, and we're going to work in a team together. And this is not about us having a relationship. 3D relationship. We've really, really, really got to stop that. This is just, it's about spiritual work. We are here to do our work, and this is about energy. This is about spiritual energy. So we are really working on our chakras, our energy centers, and there are a lot of other twin flames that have put out these energy healing, clearing sessions and ways in which to just clear our chakras and energize our chakras. So we've seen these in picture form. I may put some pictures up to show in relation to this on this message of how it's going to look when we merge each chakra with our twin flame. That is only going to happen when our chakras are ready and fully harmonized within ourselves. So, and that begins from the crown and above. Actually, there are more chakras than just the 7, but it really starts actually above in the higher realms when we're going to connect up, and that's the first merge. So the first merge happens on the higher realms when I believe the Source Creator has given us that go-ahead to allow the meeting to take place. That is the first soul merge, when our souls merge on the higher levels, and then we are bringing that merge slowly back down, down, and this is part of the polarity, bringing it down into 3D. But so the first step into 3D is when it reaches our crown chakra. So how that may look, because, a lot of this stuff sounds really ethereal, and how do we do that? I hear a lot of twins asking, how do we do this? And so, okay, let's just use an example of a crown chakra merge with your twin as this being really the step. So let's not, a lot of people are getting hung up on having a text with your twin and maybe having coffee with them and meeting and trying to create this relationship according to a 3D template. Let's go back up to the crown and let's see what's in the crown chakra. What is that message that relates to that area? It's about inner wisdom. It's about intuition. It's about being a human but having a spiritual experience and discerning the difference in your crown chakra there between what's coming in as being the truth and what is illusion, and perceiving your higher dimensional guidance. And anything really that's relating to spirituality, you're going to be trying to communicate with your twin on that level, because that is the level that we are beginning on. That is the first stage. So this is just confirming that's what's going to, if you have a sleeping twin, that those kind of, if you're going to send them a message, it's not like, hey, how are you? We forget all that. Let's just, sorry, I'm getting really strong. Forget all that. Just, what you want to send them is, oh, have you seen this latest stuff around, vibration, or this is the work we're doing. We're doing the vibrational work, the energy work, the frequency work. The energy work is what we have come to do. So you want to be having those kind of conversations with your twin, and who cares if they don't understand that stuff? On some level they do. On some level that is going to be more attractive to them, and the connection that you're making in the spiritual realm is going to be so much stronger than and more the force and the strength of that connection on the spiritual level is going to, in the coming times, be a lot more stable than trying to create from the 3D up. So, some have been told we need to go and, get a new house and a job. And I actually have had that download previously. And that is kind of true. But in terms, that's an individual thing. So it's more about you making sure you've got that thing set up for you to stand on as an anchor point to download this next lot of information. Yeah, so that's pretty much the update I'm getting today. I've been told to keep my messages short because otherwise the potency of that particular message gets diluted. So also I'm getting stay in your hearts, beautiful twin flames. Keep doing the healing, keep doing the clearing, keep trying to really work on your energy bodies now, running energies through your body and just feeling if anything's coming up, what you're releasing. Don't get into a story about it. Learn how to archive your old story patterns or old parts of memories and imaging that needs to be removed from your field so that you no longer have to still run those. I can give you a little just quick exercise now, and it's kind of similar to how we would put information from our computer into iCloud. So that is, the iCloud is the representation in the modern world of the Akashic records. So you can do that for yourself. You can say, right, I remember that memory, but I really don't need to hold that anymore. I can just archive that file and get it out of my system. And when you get that energy memory, that file out of your body, all of the memory that you're carrying with you, you just archive it up into the Akashic records, and it no longer has to remain in your energy field to keep playing out. So just do that quick and simple exercise. Just twin flames, come on, we're doing energy work here. So less time on the computer and searching for stuff, more inner work, sitting in meditation, sitting and doing your clearing work, energy work, updating, clearing, just being bold, being brave, being courageous, of taking action steps in the third dimension of getting closer to your spiritual body being in alignment so that you can connect with your twin flame. Okay, thank you. I hope that message helps. And also, if you would like to contact me, I do energy work, readings and sessions with, if you're feeling like that's what you're needing, please contact me via my website or just email me or Facebook. Okay, lots of love.